When I was younger, I didn't have a video like this, and I really hope that younger me finds this video and watch it all the way through. I remember that I discovered self-improvement in late 2022. I remember that I just started to consume Hamza videos and videos from his daily upload period in 2022, and that was actually a quite great period of me because he gave a lot of practical advice that I really appreciated, and I started to reframe my own mind and reprogram it towards more of a self-improvement way, and it was a gradual process that I've carried on since then, and that is something that I've got to thank Hamza for, that he actually changed my life there and then. And the practical steps that he gave me was to start good habits like meditation, journaling, cold showering, exercising, and stuff like that. For me, it was really hard to make them stick because I didn't have a great framework for myself to get consistent in these habits, and I really struggled with the consistency. That was something that bothered me at the time because I didn't really know how to make them stick, and I really want to rush the progress. The first kind of advice I would give to my younger self is that don't rush the process. Don't be mad because you're not being consistent. This is completely normal. And now when I've looked into that, most people have had a period where they've struggled a lot with consistency in their own habits after starting out with self-improvement or breaking old habits that didn't help them in any way. I struggled with consistency all the way to January 2023. And that was the point that I said to myself that now I'm actually going to get consistent. And the thing that I did was I documented every single day and gave myself a kind of accountability tracker. So I wrote the date down in my phone in like a document, and then I wrote like 1st of January, then I had like meditation, and then I wanted to do just one session, and then I write one meditation session, and then I did that for every single date, and I just wanted to push it up as much as possible, and I just continuously did that, and I actually became pretty successful in that habit of meditation, but I still struggle a lot with other habits. But I tried the same framework, and I didn't really have anything that stuck to me because meditation was something that I was actually pretty interested in, and I heard it was very great for focus. In April last year, my purpose slowly shifted away from like good habits like meditation and stuff like that, because that was all in my mind. It was to meditate, to do the great habit that was meditation, and that was simply just my purpose. It was to just improve my focus and just get a grasp of what it feels like to being consistent in a great habit. So I started to struggle with consistency because my purpose has shifted towards, I wanted to start some kind of motivational theme page and also a history YouTube channel. And I remember that I did that and I was pretty successful in doing that as well. But the other thing fell apart. So my meditation just went kind of off, and I just meditated only half the days around that from May to August last year. And that was the point that I slowly started to fall off with the great habit of meditation. So my mistake here was that I just went all in on one habit, and I didn't have a great system for getting consistent in the habits that I wanted to. And that was the thing that I struggled with. In September last year, Hamza released a full guide on discipline, and it was a guide that taught you everything that you needed to know about discipline. I thought to myself that it was, but I don't really know if it is. But anyway, I strongly recommend it. So if you want to watch it, you can just search Hamza Discipline. And it was a video that really changed my perspective of everything. He said something that I don't think I've ever heard anyone say. He said, discipline is cleaning your desk when you don't want to. Discipline is picking up the pile of clothes that's been on your floor for a week. And that was something that really stuck to me. And I thought to myself that now I'm actually not that disciplined when I think about it, because I didn't really make my bed and I just slacked on these non-negotiable things when you're on self-improvement. And that is totally fine because I wasn't aware of it. And from that point, I have never ever underestimated the importance of making your bed, cleaning your room, just being organized and just having a system for your own life, because that is extremely important and you have to be organized in order for you to become successful. At this stage, Hamza taught me a new accountability tactic that was to stick up a habit tracker on your wall. And I took that advice, and I was scared that my family might think that I was weird or something like that, but I just told them about self-improvement and that I wanted to try new habits, and they were actually very positive about it and they didn't really think so much of it. And that was something that was very positive for me to hear, because that actually led me later on to being able to just have the courage to start a YouTube channel and just be myself totally. That was really a 0 to 1 flip, because he taught me to do cold showers, meditation, exercising in form of going to the gym because I already played football at the time, and also journaling. He taught me all of these habits, not because I didn't know how to do them, but he taught me how to get disciplined. And that was so valuable for me, because imagine that before that, I didn't do any great habits almost. I just followed his advice of sticking this habit tracker up on my wall. And since that point, I have not missed over 10 meditation sessions. And this isn't to say to brag or anything, but just to give you a sense of understanding that it is possible to change, and it's possible to become so consistent that you won't even believe it. The advice that I would give to my younger self here is to not hurry. Just enjoy your recent successes with getting consistent, because I just got consistent from one video, and if I could have just paused and reflected on my recent successes there and then, it would have been so valuable. Not to say to slow down or anything, but just to think to myself that, yeah, I actually have made some progress right now, and that is something to feel a sense of pride for. From September, I've just carried on with the momentum and just kept up with the things that I've done all the way to this point, and overloading the amount of the habits that I'm doing currently and all of the work that I'm putting in. Right now, it's been over half a year since that point, and I can't even explain how much progress I've made, because I can look back at that person who I was in September, like after a month in October, I can look back at that person and not even recognize myself. And I really hope that you can get that to you as well, because it's a beautiful feeling to have, because you will feel so much pride because you have put in the work that is required. And I'm not done this video to brag or anything, and I just wanted to let you know a very realistic example of my own self-improvement journey. And I really hope that you got some value out of this, even it's been a lot of storytelling in this video. So I really hope that you got some value out of this video, and see you in the next one.